Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull off. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down. Hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half a meal.
Give me some Ingram. It's the coach. This is the 2020 season on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Mark Ingram, fresh off a big performance a weekend ago, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Baltimore Ravens. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
Well, he started his season the way that everyone wants to start their season, with an absolute bang. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Let's see where he goes from here.
Set the bar high. Week 2, we'll see what he can do. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
But one of the things you like about a zone read play that has an option component to it is that it gives you plenty of different ways to go. On this one, though, I'm not sure they chose the right one. Maybe they should have pitched it out on this one, because that play was absolutely swallowed up.
On third down, Jackson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll get this to Sharp on the jet sweep. He's got the first down and more inside the 40.
Come on, fellas.
So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 34. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. We'll look now at our starting defense. They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game, because they are facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Check 43. 66. Bullet. Half. Let it go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. But it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Jackson out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. But now it's 3rd and goal. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. They'll look to run with Ingram. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of NC State. It's Phillip Rivers.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader, because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They run it here with Gordon. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. With that, let's check out how the Chargers line up on offense.
I have to admit, I've rather enjoyed watching Melvin Gordon's improvement as he's developed as an NFL player, because it started for me in college. Every year he was in school, he would add something extra to his game. First year, he knew how to run. He wanted to add pass receiving to his game. The next year, he wanted to add pass protection to his game. Did all of that. That turned him into a first-rounder, and now a front-line NFL back.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. A look now at the lineup defensively for the Ravens. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
On third down, Rivers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. As he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Ravens. They'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Single. At the 16-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even fourth and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. The numbers a week ago for Melvin Gordon. 17 carries, 82 yards.
Are we playing old-school football now? We got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
On third down, Rivers. That is caught. It's Benjamin for the Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Chargers have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Dancing to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Now after that sack, it's third and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on third and long. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum. Going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first. To give yourself a chance.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stumping that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Jackson. Going for a right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Jackson now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Jackson. He goes underneath to Ingram. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson will throw again. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Got Gordon open, completes it. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. With it is Brown. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep, because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love? 4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep, and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. Now Jackson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Jackson going to throw again. Complete to Dorsett. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Here's Jackson.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And Jackson throwing once more. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin in the final seconds of the first half as the Ravens push further out in front. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Rivers now. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's Rivers. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's got this down to the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. From the gun, Rivers. Gets it to Gordon. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
23 yards on the play.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. 12 yards the pick up there. Good for a Raven first. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown here of the new campaign as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the Charger drive about to get going. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you put something out there, you're giving yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
We play to win. Let's go!
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They played the Browns last week, got the victory in that game, and so far so good as they've got the lead here. A throw complete to Dorsett, and they're able to get this one across the 35. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
It's going to be on, okay?
This is Ingram on 1st and 10.
Young Trent is here, baby.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Tighten up.
Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man, it's Brown. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram. His 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rivers. Benjamin's got it. 7 yards there and a first down. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
A second down throw for Rivers. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep your clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Undercrunch. Right slow. Drive on.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Jackson now. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way. To keep improving.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. And that takes us from second to third down. Third and long for Rivers. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. On the move to his left. He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, this from 39. And this one is right through. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Left pocket got pound, pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up the pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound, pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half a meal.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
Before the game, when I said hello to him, I tried to give him a little dap, but he wouldn't give me any, and I thought he was snubbing me. Then I realized he's keeping all that flame to himself. How about the week he had last week? AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Jackson now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Josh Allen able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And we get a quick peek at the Ravens starting offense.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Running right, this is Ingram. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack there to Jake Ryan. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. Ben Roethlisberger leading the charge offensively. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. Leading them out, the MVP of Super Bowl 52, Nick Foles.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass. So he didn't, break the bank doing that. But he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And the offensive unit now for the Jaguars.
And they're coming off a good win on the road last week, but they do know that they have a home game next week. So all the focus has to be, can they get a second win on the road and make going home that much sweeter? That's the intention in this ball game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for James O'Shaughnessy as tight end, and now it's 3rd down. Now the starters on the defensive side of the ball for the Ravens. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
They held them to well under 200 yards of total offense. That's a number you can really focus on, too, because the way offenses run in today's game, they're usually pretty smooth, and they give you a lot of misdirection, a lot of trickery. They were able to hold in there and stuff them.
Here's Foles. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little. Loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielding just inside the 30. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left. And this will be caught at the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jackson flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. He's got the first down inside the 10. And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice game.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Foles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Into the hands of Lee on the jet sweep. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Now Foles. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is fielded at the 7. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming back out to take the field, Mark Andrews and company. And we peek at some of his work from this game where he's nearing 100 yards.
And haven't we gotten pretty close in this game nowadays in the NFL to almost taking labels off of the tight end position? These guys now can be the #1 option in an offense, and that never used to be the case. So now how do you even match up with them? Cornerback, safety, linebacker, all 3 will have deficiencies against the best tight ends in the game.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. He chucks him aside.
Dumped him.
The big gainer there on the catch and run. 37 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Flush to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That throw good for 4. It's second down. To throw again on second down. Foles. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Looking to throw. He's got the hook up to Lee. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Foles. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll look to throw here. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Fournette, a first down carry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the problem.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So we reach halftime here, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 48 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Rolling to his right. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Again, Jackson escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And down inside the 15 he goes. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. On 1st down, Ingram trying to run inside, but nothing there. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
47 is the mark.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He's got it to Ingram. Complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Looked like a pretty good safe. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Philip Dorsett, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Throwing on 2nd down. Foles. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On the draw, this is Fournette. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return, and the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. 1st and 10. It's Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
We got this.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Throwing is Jackson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Ingram again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Jaleel Scott, his first touchdown of the new season as the Ravens push further out in front. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. Foles now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette, and an alley to run. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Well, this one winding toward a conclusion, and how would you assess how the secondary is played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout.
Stop your whining.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Watch the curl.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. They'll roll him out right. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
I got you.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the 24, Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now it's Ingram. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
So they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Baltimore, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins and the Baltimore Ravens. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Redskins, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They are led out by the 15th overall selection in 2019, former Ohio State Buckeye Dwayne Haskins.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A look at the numbers from a week ago for Reed. 4 catches, 79 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still second down.
They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Second down, Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. They'll get this out wide to Taylor. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. He finds Taylor. Complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Myles Jack there to make the tackle. And for this offense, yellow highlighter around Trent Williams.
As well there should be. A Pro Bowl, all-pro type of a left tackle. So mobile, you could also see him as a tight end. This guy is a terrific football player.
They go play action with Haskins. Roberts got it. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Now the starters on the defensive side of the ball for the Ravens. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just... Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 39. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll find Taylor. That's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll try and get it with Geis. And Geis is going to be stopped short as he did not get the push he needed. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So on fourth down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
Well, how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
To throw again on second down. Jackson, he's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. He's got his man, it's Andrews. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Haskins. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson, there on the coverage. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Geis. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Play action. Haskins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. From midfield now, Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, Haskins. And this is going to be incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats. And scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Washington. Seth Roberts, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And all the way down to the 39. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Hundley. This will be his first throw off the bench. Fred Dorsett hauls it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing Hundley toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. And I think the ball's out. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half. So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now Hundley.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
27 yards there, a first down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Ingram. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a... Second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Haskins now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, a 22. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down, here's Love. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now a handoff. Geis going right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now Haskins to throw it, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's... 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. He's got a man, complete. A big play that time for the Ravens. 42 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's Ingram. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put them...
And, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
Well, I don't... I think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Haskins to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, this is Geis. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geist. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Haskins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Defense.
Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the 27, Haskins to the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. 3rd and 2, now Haskins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Draw play. Ingram now. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson, sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
In a 2-minute drill, we often talk about taking care of the football, but sometimes it's just a matter of who wants it more. How about him going up top on a 50-50 ball and taking it away for a big play?
Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off?
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. How many people watching this one right here gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Trent Taylor, the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He's back to throw, and that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. One final shot for Haskins. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Ravens, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they'll drop down to 1-3, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
How fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like 4th down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How fit if you sports, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Tell them, hey, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You said that you ballin', keep it real, though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field, though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute, and I'm still going. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.